So go to the entrance. Oh, snap. Oh, we just right outside the city. Okay, this gonna be good. Yeah, this gonna be good. Hopefully, I'm able to get at least an hour worth of recording in, and I don't stop and talk too much. And we play the story, and then, ooh, I know. I thought of a good video idea. I'm gonna do a Genshin Impact Nahida story quest review. In order to do this, though, I might have. It's gonna take me a minute to do it, though.
Isn't that Nahida?
Is she just strolling around?
Nahida! I didn't think we'd run into you here. Oh, hey there. It's been a while, hasn't it? What have you two been up to?
Same old, same old. You know, with the usual mining, fishing, genus, invocation, TCG, and catching crystal flies. Oh, I'm gonna say that last one.
Seems like you've been enjoying yourselves.
Whew,
How about you? What are you up to now? I'm just looking out for some leads while getting some fresh air. I noticed that I have some blurry memories after saving Ermin's soul.
Oh boy.
I almost feel like there's still something extremely important I need to do. But I can't remember what it is. Why is that?
It's probably the effects of Ermin's soul. She's probably remembering. She probably needs to re-remember Ruka Devata because because since she didn't tell us, she just told us she was just what was it? She was learning while she was sealed away. So she probably learned about something in relation to that new area, right? As well as it was in relation to Greater Lord Ruka Devata. So since she was wiped clean from the data bank, the information relating to that new area probably was wiped from her mind too. So yeah.
Don't worry, we'll help you remember.
Free feel to fill us in.
Thank you so much. Since you're willing to help, I have something I'd like to show you.
Whoa. What's that?
Oh, it's beautiful. It looks like it's filled with some kind of power.
If this is an essence left from Greater Lord Ruka Devata that she managed to keep just in case she had to purge Ruka Devata from the system, this is gonna be wild.
I found it in the sanctuary of Suristana, but I have no recollection of it whatsoever.
She has no recollection of it. That doesn't mean that she doesn't know. She possibly doesn't realize that she probably made it.
It's filled with pure elemental power that is quite similar to mine, but yet it's also a little different.
I knew it.
It's very likely that it's connected to my foggy memory, but I can't figure out what it is.
It's most likely something that Greater Lord Ruka Devata left behind.
Traveler, do you have any ideas?
I don't know, but it's very concerning.
You know, Nahida, we just happen to be going on an adventure right now. If we find anything, we'll be sure to let you know right away. Thanks, you two. I didn't mean to trouble you again. Don't mention it. Besides, it seems you've got a lot on your mind, and we'd like to help.
Is that fool over there listening into the conversation? What?
Hey, get out! You shouldn't be around here! I'm sorry, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Fungi don't usually come near this place. Last warning! Get out before I kick you out, you hear?
Hang on. I think it's trying to tell us something.
But Great Dendro Archon, it's a monster!
Please, don't worry. I think I understand.
Of course, because you understand plants.
Seems that it wants us to follow it.
Oh, this is gonna be juicy.
You can understand it? Mm-hmm. Even though different creatures have varying habits and ways of communicating, the emotions we experience are all the same. I can feel its anxiety and fear. It's in dire need of our help. Well, fungi are kinda cute, but...
Paimon, do you not remember the fungi game that we just had, Pokemon tournament we had not that long ago? The one that was like legitly probably 2 weeks ago? Oh, that I didn't finish completely, only got like half the prize pretty much out of. Like, you know how these fungi work. But yeah, what I was about to say, isn't it quite crazy that this fungi has come all the way to the Dendro Archon in need of help? Ain't that wild? Bonghead is really a nice fungi, you know. Yeah.
That's true. Okay, let's go take a look.
At least the traveler said it.
Alright, lead the way, little fungus. Although they all look about the same, some fungi are friendly, while others are super aggressive and attack anyone they see. It can't be helped. Perhaps in their eyes, humans are like fierce monsters as well. After all, they can't distinguish which human behaviors are hostile or not, and it'd already be too late for them once humans have drawn their weapons. Hence why they tend to strike first, rather than waiting. That's not too different from how humans think sometimes. That's what I meant by shared emotions.
Somebody left folded over there. He's slouched up. No. Is he upside down? Or is he... It looks like it's drained.
It appears it was in a hurry because of this unconscious fungus. Seems like they might be family. So maybe this fungus wanted to bring Nahida here to help its family member. Probably. Although fungi are simple creatures, they're very sensitive to elemental power. Maybe it noticed me on my way back and thought I'd be able to help. I'll take a look. I should be able to help if it's just a common illness. What is it, Nahida? Strange. Very strange. This fungus didn't develop from a spore. It's an elemental life form. Huh? An elemental life form? Yes. Although the fungi you normally see are capable of using elemental powers, they're merely borrowing elemental power from nature around them.
AKA, this one was born out of the batch.
As for this fungus, it has elemental power flowing through it. Definitely not anything like your typical fungus.
So you're saying it only looks like a fungus. That means this is something different. This is the definition of elemental energy taken physical or manifesting into a physical form.
Exactly. This is very interesting. I've never seen anything like it.
I'm glad they put the elemental sight on so we can help players understand what they're talking about.
So this is a first even for Nahida. But that's not all. There's a large void within its elemental power.
What you mean?
The void is stopping the elemental power from flowing normally, which must be why it fainted. So do you think it'll wake up if we can fill the void? Yes, and I just so happen to be good at this sort of thing. I'll see what I can do right away.
I love seeing their eyes glow when they use their power. When in relation to the Archons. Whoa, hold up. This don't sound right.
My power was compatible. Looks like everything is fine now.
Lord of Dendro? Is it really the Lord of Dendro?
I knew it.
Oh, I can't believe the Lord of Dendro saved me. Thank you. as well as the stranger and creature next to you.
Ah! It can talk?
I like how it referred to Paimon as a creature. Hold up. Unless it's referring to the traveler as a creature. But knowing that it's... Okay, hold on. It's either referring to the traveler as a creature, or it's it's referring to Paimon as a creature. I can only assume that this creature knows what belongs to this world and what doesn't. That's why one is referred to as a creature, one is referred to as a stranger.
Oh, I didn't expect such a strange creature to make a sound like that. Seems I'm just as shocked as you are.
Okay, well, I got my answer.
What? Of course Paimon can talk. Paimon isn't a strange creature. Paimon's just... Paimon!
Hello, Paimon. I am not yet able to evaluate an organism's intelligence from its appearance. I will only know you are able to speak once you have spoken.
Oh, well, no need to take it seriously. It's no big deal.
I sort of somewhat feel bad for killing all them fungi, but they asked for it.
But does Paimon really look so dumb that people might think Paimon doesn't know how to talk?
Yes. Doesn't need to start worrying about that all of a sudden. Shoot.
You misunderstand, Paimon. A mouth is used for eating, breathing, and other functions that are more important than speaking.
True.
So a creature may not speak, even if it has a mouth. I've never seen a creature like you before, so I dared not make the assumption that you could speak.
That's a little strange. So that means this creature knows what humans look like. That I can only assume that this creature also knows what elves are, and Catsline and K9 and Oni. I can only assume that this creature knows what they look like as well. I could be stretching it, but why is it that it doesn't know what Paimon is? It can easily deduce that Paimon is just a short human that can fly, right?
Even if you do possess a number of human traits, it is still very common for creatures to have similar external forms but completely different interiors, just like fungi and slimes.
Okay, so I was on point. So it knows what humans are and what some other creatures that look somewhat like human are too. So it's just Paimon in particular that she's referred to as a creature that she didn't know if it could speak or not.
Did this fungus study at the academia? It seems even more talkative than Paimon.
I don't think so.
You're not a fungus, are you?
That's correct. This might be surprising to you, and I'm sure that you must have questions. Let's find somewhere else to talk. It might startle my fellow family members if I speak too much using this strange voice. Me, 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 me. It says that it's very thankful for your help.
We're gonna be following the fungi around all day, or something that's not fungi. So at least this creature is bilingual. Knows how to speak the
I was
native.
confident that I knew of all the creatures in Teyvat. Even if there are ones I've never seen with my own eyes, I thought I possessed all the relevant knowledge about them.
If that's the case, you better tell me what Paimon is right now.
However, even if I were to lay out the traits of all elemental life forms, you don't seem to match any of them. What are you? And where did you come from?
I come from an ancient race. We have existed for a very long time, possibly longer than any records in existence.
Oh, is she one of the Sealies? That's the only thing that makes sense. She's either a Sealy or she's a Djinn, but I'm betting on the Sealy.
My home was filled with flowing water and great mountains. Lush grass covered the land, and my family and I lived in bliss and happiness. Until the apocalypse came and changed my home forever. A horrifying power consumed all there was. The seeds of catastrophe nested and grew inside of us, twisting and warping us, causing us to lose control.
Ooh, this is delicious.
We were victims of the apocalypse. Yet, in time, we also became the apocalypse itself.
The apocalypse? I'm not sure what it means either. It sounds like some kind of old fable.
Niggas don't know what the word apocalypse means in this world. Are you serious?
It's a long and complicated story. It will take me some time to explain it clearly.
Don't worry, we'll listen. Please continue.
Yes, run your lips.
I was lucky and managed to survive. Afterward, I left with some of my family and came to Sumeru to search for a way to rescue my homeland. We came in contact with many species and learned from their cultures and knowledge, hoping to understand the truth behind the apocalypse. We later found out that humans know the power of the apocalypse and refer to it as forbidden knowledge.
Okay, so the apocalypse is forbidden knowledge. So what is the apocalypse then?
Your home was destroyed by forbidden knowledge? Does that mean you're from the desert?
Ooh.
It's said that they are looking for a way to save their homeland, but the catastrophe of the desert should have ended a long time ago.
The Lord of Dendro is correct. We are not from the desert. I would very much like to tell you the location of my homeland, but unfortunately, I've forgotten.
Okay, seeing how the voice actors during the special program was like, we might find more information about Conria, I'm going to assume it's Conria.
That may sound a little odd, as it is very important to both me and my family.
Yes, how could you forget?
I am a life form that was contaminated by the apocalypse. A part of my knowledge and memory was taken away as the contamination inside of me was purged.
Ah, I get it now. So the void of elemental power was left behind from when the forbidden knowledge was purged. I'm sorry. I hadn't considered that kind of possibility.
Ooh, the ramifications of wiping out Ruka Devada has now have come and bitten us in the back, because this information that it has completely forgotten what the information is, and now we gotta know what it is.
That's okay. Lord of Dendro, there is no need to apologize. Without your help, I would have lost more than just my knowledge and memory. And not only did you save me, but you've also already rid the world of the remaining forbidden knowledge, right?
That's right. The forbidden knowledge is no more, and your homeland should be safe now.
My home should be safe now. We can go home. For the longest time, this moment has only seemed like a dream. I never knew it would become a reality so quickly. I was unable to fulfill our calling. I never found a way to save my homeland, and I have even forgotten where it is.
It's not your fault. You've already done everything you can. Every species paid a grave price in the fight against forbidden knowledge. This is not a responsibility you should carry on your own. You mentioned that there were other survivors besides yourself. Where are they? Maybe they'll remember.
The apocalypse put us through immense pain. Many of my family members have already met their end. I'm not sure who else is still alive.
Don't worry, I should be able to find them. Just leave it to me. I'll leave the rainforest to the Aranara. And as for the city, there are a few nice kids that should be willing to help.
So she's not gonna get her guard, her rainforest watchers to help? That's a little weird. Granted, she did just say her Aranara would cover the rainforest, which I think there's like one or two more Aranara quests that I did not complete, but I completed the overall Aranara quest.
Oh yeah, they'll give us a hand. Give me a moment. I'll contact them right now.
I can't wait for them little bastards to pop out the ground.
That should do it.
Where them fools at?
It may take some time to find them, so let's wait for a bit.
Thank you, Lord of Dendro. We all believe that you will keep your promises. The moment I saw you when I awoke, I had a feeling you were here because of the agreement.
Agreement?
What agreement?
You might not remember, but this is a prophecy that we deeply believe in. that the Lord of Dendro will bring us home once the catastrophe comes to an end.
Oh, hold up. Okay. So I'm hot. It's time for theory craft mode right now. I'm going to theory craft that Ruka Devada, when she went to Irminsul, which is close to Conria, after she did what she did with Irminsul, well, she noticed she had, or probably even before she did what she did to Irminsul, she probably noticed some Conrians trying to escape to the surface, or something like that, right? So she helps them escape to the surface, and she makes the promise. Give me 1 second. And I'm back.
Ah, I see. I'm sorry. There are also some blurry segments in my memory as well. But I'm very concerned about your homeland. This is something I should help with. It's really no trouble to me at all.
Would you all be willing to come with me somewhere as we wait? The more family members that can return home with me, the better.
Okay.
But didn't you say that you don't know where they are?
Yes, but I know their end. I will explain it to you along the way.
I know their end. So you know where they met their end. That's at least something you do remember.
There's something that I'm very concerned about.
Are you talking about the crystal? Are you talking about that crystal? Or are you talking about the fuzzy memories?
Yes. I didn't mention it just now, but do you remember when I told you that the power in the crystal is very similar to mine, yet also different?
Mm-hmm.
The elemental power inside the crystal is completely identical to that of the fungus.
Okay, so that means it's not Ruka Devada.
What?
There's a connection between the crystal and the fungus.
Exactly. The prophecy that it mentioned was probably an agreement that I made with an elemental life form that once represented its race. I had to deal with the forbidden knowledge to save their homeland. The process, however, took away some of my memories. That sequence of events would explain the persistent feeling that I had unfinished business. Makes sense. Too bad it's unable to tell us more. Yeah, I've been trying to think of a place that fits the description of its homeland, but I'm unable to come up with anything.
We'll just have to continue investigating then, won't we?
Agreed. I really want to send them home, so they won't have to wander around anymore.
Okay.
The road here is a little rough. I'll lead the way.
Don't worry, Paimon can handle any road!
Them fools gonna get in the way.
Ah! Enemies! You're up, traveler!
Really, them? Alright, I got this. It's gonna be a walk in the park. That's if all of them walk into this water, for real. Uh-huh, just walk into the water. That's all I wanna see. Boom.
Wind, hear me!
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Did that fool really just run away from me? Hopefully I ever kill this fool. And you are done. Thank you. Yeah, regretful. Shut up. Damn fool. Now I gotta go hurt and kill the other dude who decided, the other two who decided, oh, we'll just walk away from the situation. Get on down here.
Feeling lucky today?
Yeah, I am. Shut up. Get on over there.
No, my sword!
There go your homie. And then, there go you. Uh-oh. There's a problem. I know I ain't just missed both shots. There we go. Thank you.
Amazing. With such skills, you all would have definitely been able to find a way to survive the apocalypse.
But the traveler tried to survive it, then got clapped by a cube god.
Hey, Paimon has been meaning to ask. You all didn't originally look like this, did you?
No, we didn't. The appearance of our kind will change according to the environment.
Okay, so you're an entirely different species. I thought this was a Conrian, but apparently this is not a Conrian. They said they would change depending on the environment. So, what the freak is this species?
After communicating with various living organisms in Sumeru, we discovered that fungi are the life form most adapted to live in these lands. Thus, we gradually took the form of fungi and became a part of their group.
I can only imagine how many fungi that was one of your homies that I executed and farmed for materials.
It's hard to believe that's even possible.
The most important instinct any life form possesses is adapting to the environment. I don't think that should surprise you, Paimon.
It's almost as if it's trying to insinuate that Paimon is similar to them, and she had to adapt to the environment of this world as well to fit into it, so that no one's eyes will be prying on her.
Your hand is shaped like that for a reason, so you are able to grip and use tools more easily. The reason why fungi absorb elemental power is to blend with the environment and fend off natural predators.
I swear, the more times this thing let this thing talk, the more times it make my theory sound stupid, or it feel like my theory not going nowhere.
We are dendro life forms, one of the most ancient life forms in this land. That is why we are so adaptable.
So you mean, if Paimon wanted to, Paimon could change into a different form as well?
Even though this is a lighthearted conversation, I'm pretty sure this has deeper implication, or some form of implication that's like, hey yo, that's probably revealing something about Paimon we don't know about.
Not as freely, I'm afraid. You would require a long time to make that happen. Although this is common sense to us, it is still extremely difficult to explain. Putting it as simply as possible, changing form requires energy, and energy comes with time. You cannot make a sprout grow into a giant tree instantly, nor can you force a tree to bear fruit overnight.
I see. Humans have a term for this. It's called growth. Ah, you're so smart, Nahida! Paimon gets it now!
Pretty sure everyone will be able to get it. Seems like you're getting better at coming up with metaphors as well.
Growth. I see. Yes, then this is what you would call growth. A most beautiful word. I shall enjoy it more as we walk.
How much farther is it?
We're about halfway there. You're doing great, Paimon. Do you need me to carry you on my back?
Huh? Oh, no! Paimon was just curious. Paimon isn't that tired.
Shouldn't be.
He seems to enjoy taking care of others.
You think so? Does the Lord of Dendro need to be carried?
That would be awkward, wouldn't it? Why don't you fly up and sit on top of my head? We can figure out who will carry who later! We have monsters here!
And I just let that happen.
Terminate!
Wings of darkness! Come, sever night from death!
Let me read you a book. Scatter!
And they're done.
I think we may have a different understanding of carrying someone. No matter whether it's tired or not, my child is always happy when I put it on my back and give it a ride.
So you're a mother. This is even more sad.
Child? You mean the fungi we ran into earlier?
Yes. One was my friend, and the other was my child.
Why can't your kids speak?
Because it's just a fungus. I don't want my presence to change or affect the original state of the fungi species here. However, it is slightly different from an ordinary fungus. It seems to understand some human language, so I gave it a name.
Oh, then it must be a really cute name.
Probably be something crazy.
You know, like Bongo Head.
You have an odd taste for names.
This is gonna be so sad, cause if you didn't play the that Pokemon fungi game, and Paimon says this name, it's gonna come off to you as what's she talking about? That's if Layla's story quest Layla's on Hangout doesn't address it.
Huh? Paimon thinks that name is great. Strange and cute at the same time. It's a name only Paimon would be able to come up with. That's right.
The name I came up with was not as creative as Paimon's. I learned it from an adventurer. Its name is... I'm sorry, but I've forgotten. Seems like I've forgotten many important things.
Don't worry, you can try remembering it on the way. I have a feeling that this creature met Alice. She had to have.
Yes, I must remember it before I return. It's just as important as my homeland. Yes, this way. We're almost there.
Whoa, hold up. This ain't right. Why did it suddenly shift tone?
It's the Withering.
Yes, I have heard humans also call it that before. It's the last form we take when we are at the end of our life.
Paimon doesn't understand. It's trying to say that when they've suffered enough and reached the end of their life, they become a tumor of the Withering.
Yes, I would have also suffered the same fate if it wasn't for the Lord of Dendro's help.
So, this is how the Withering is formed? Previous research has revealed that forbidden knowledge is the root cause of the Withering. But even if forbidden knowledge has been completely removed, its influence still remains, which is why the Withering remains even after forbidden knowledge has disappeared.
Okay. I guess this is a good enough story excuse for why, like, when people finished the Act 5 of the Sumeru Archon quest, they still had withering zones that still existed. Granted, some of those was like, it had prizes that you had to beat you had to cleanse the area first so you can be able to get those rewards. So that makes sense for that, for mechanic for why it's still there. And now story reason why we got this for another reason. So we got like 2 reasons for it.
They've been tormented by forbidden knowledge for a long time. It's understandable that they will eventually become the Withering. But what a sad and pitiful end.
When I left my homeland, flowers like these filled the fields. Each bloom represented an individual life.
I ain't gonna hold you. This took a real dark turn because them things kept blasting at me every time I tried to cleanse the area.
They grew in the pristine lakes, in the fertile soil, in my home, and in the homes of my friends. They grew everywhere, until the world suddenly lost all its color and became tainted and murky. But it's all right. Our life essence, elemental power, still resides in this flower. After an adventurer clears the Withering, I will quietly draw near the area. If I can sense the elemental power of my companions, then I take them with me.
I won't lie, either they added this Withering Zone area here for the story, or I missed this when I was discovering the entirety of Sumeru.
But that would mean the effects of forbidden knowledge could have...
It's okay. That's not important anymore. I just hope that they can all make it back home. It's not right to leave them to simply perish in the open like this. Now that we finally have the chance to return home, each one I manage to bring back will make me that much happier.
I understand. Just leave it to us.
I got this.
So you're worried about me? It's fine. Forbidden knowledge doesn't exist anymore.
That's what you thought.
It's natural to want to be overcautious when dealing with a highly venomous snake, but when all that's left is its skeleton, there's nothing to worry about.
I don't know if you can use that analogy for this situation, if you say so.
Paimon doesn't get what you two are talking about, but we're all ready to go now, right? Then let's do this. We've dealt with the Withering countless times already.
Weave? You mean I? Get your grammar together. Oh, there you go.
As I expected, it's the last of my kind that I'm aware of. So it wasn't able to make it to the end. If only it could have held on just a little longer.
I hope that you will be free of this pain after returning home. Just thinking about how many elemental life forms have turned into tumors of the Withering makes Paimon sad.
It's okay. As long as elemental power still exists, then we will still be around. An external form is but a gift of time. Through growth comes change, and even abandonment of previous forms. However, our true nature is not so easily affected.
It makes me wonder what type of creatures these are. Did elemental creatures exist before humans did and the dragons, or did they exist at the same time as the dragons?
It wouldn't have come to this if we were able to cure them earlier. But I will cure all of them. Even if it's just for the sake of the rainforest and all the life forms that live in it.
Thank you, Lord of Dendro. It was a wise choice for us to place our trust in you and wait.
What was that?
Hold on. I think I got something.
It's adorable seeing her in
See.
action.
Okay, I understand. Thank you so much. So, they found a fungus that matches the description I gave them. It's currently unconscious.
It must be in a similar situation as I was. We should hurry and go take a look.
Okay, follow me. We're close now. It's just a little further inside. But there are so many fungi here. They're probably all ordinary fungi, right?
If we started them, we won't be able to avoid a fight.
Yeah, they won't.
That
be
one especially, I hate that one.
No fighting. These are all its family. Although we belong to different species, we've spent a long time living among the fungi. They are very important to us. They can be reasonable, as long as we try to communicate.
That green one better communicate.
You're the only one who can make it through, right? But you'll need Nahida's power if you want to save that fungus. I've got an idea. Can you teach me how to change into a fungus?
That's wild.
You want to transform into a fungus? But we don't have time for growth.
Nahida is a god. Changing into a fungus should be a piece of cake for her.
Even gods can't bend the laws of time so easily.
Then we'll have to enter with the risk of being noticed. We may not be able to avoid a fight. But if spending some of my power will guarantee the safety of you and its family, then I'm willing to try.
All right. You have great elemental power, so you may be able to do it. You will have to use power equal to that which is required to break through the limitations of time. I will lend you the relevant knowledge that I have. It should make your transformation process a little easier.
All right, I'm ready. Changing into a fungus should be quite an interesting experience.
Lord of Dendro, this is nothing to joke about. I am extremely serious about this.
As am I. I'm not joking at all. Alright! Let's not get hung up here. If it's really possible to turn into a fungus, then why don't we give it a try now?
Okay. Good luck, Lord of Dendro.
That was neat.
Wow, you really turned into a fungus!
So how does it feel?
It's actually not too bad. My perspective in this form isn't much different from usual. The unconscious fungus is just below here. Can you all help me determine which one it is? Oh, how do we do that? I'll get close to them while you make your way over from above. You should be able to identify them using elemental sight since they're elemental life forms. Then, all you have to do is repeat the correct answer in your mind. As long as I'm able to see you, then I'll be able to hear your answer. Okay, got it!
Let me lure away the fungi up top and make way for you.
Alright, good luck, Nahida. Let's go, Traveler.
Let's go do this. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm ready to fight them. Especially that green one, that tall one, that little flappy little ugly flippers. Oh, just like with the little kid that was pretend to be Nahida. Now herein lays the problem. I don't know. Oh, there it goes.
There's a fungus on patrol in the center there. It looks pretty vigilant, so I'd better go around it.
Thank goodness I did not go right.
It seems they didn't notice me. It seems that fungus won't be moving for the moment. I should hurry and make my way through.
The mere idea of a fungus patrolling and checking everybody.
This is the spot. There are several fungi here. I'll hide and wait for the traveler to catch up.
I don't know, is this homie right there? He better not get in my way. I mean, I have no choice but to climb. Oh, where am I? Oh, I'm in a good spot already.
Come back! I'll spot you if you keep going that way. So this is the one. Understood.
They might as well just grant this ability to the players to do.
Nahida? What's wrong? I never knew that it was so tiring to change forms like that. I even used the techniques that it taught me. Seems like its warnings were not unfounded.
The power of time accumulates slowly and goes unnoticed. A great price is to be paid if you wish to perform drastic changes instantly.
What else was
Thank
me?
you for everything you've done. All seems to have gone according to plan. Now, we simply wait for it to wake up.
What does she mean a price has to be paid? Like, do you lose your time? Because if you're using time to change your form, right? That means, and it's a cost if you want to keep drastically changing your form. So is that what to even insinuate that Paimon may have done something like that and she can't remember? remember that she did that. The chain, because we know she stopped sign when we activate the cutscene. I mean the menu, right? So maybe she did that, and it's resulted in her not remembering who she is. Nigga, I walked.
Who are you?
Oh, they talk.
Apologize. Language is not easy. Need more time.
It's okay, I have good news. Let me explain it to you the fungi way.
Apocalypse ended? Go home now?
Yes. Unfortunately, I've forgotten where home is. I was hoping you still remembered.
I remember.
Yes.
Really? That's great. Home, Dendro Dragon.
Dendro Dragon.
Dendro Dragon. Ah, yes, the Dendro Dragon. I'm sorry, I just got so excited. I've probably never expressed such emotions before. But yes, our home is the Dendro Dragon.
3 big brain time. Don't tell me that the species you're referring to is the dragons, and that these little things are pieces of the dragon's consciousness.
Oh, wait a minute. Paimon's confused. Do you mean the Dendro Dragon as in an elemental dragon? Like Dvalin?
The last elemental dragon I ever heard about was from Ninjago.
Yes, they're both dragons, but Apep, the Dendro Dragon, has been around for longer and has accumulated dense elemental power. But I don't quite understand. Why would you say that your homeland is a dragon?
Because we live inside the Dendro Dragon.
The Dendro Dragon. Inside. Very big. Mountains, water, trees, ice.
There is an entire world inside the Dendro Dragon's body. The Dendro Dragon nurtured the earliest life forms and protected us inside of itself.
So it makes it. So now we go back to the whole. Oh, the primordial one used the corpses of the dragon lords to create Teyvat, certain areas of Teyvat and whatnot, before creating humans. So it only makes sense that the Dendro Dragon did that.
It once told us in a majestic voice that once we finally matured, we'd be able to start life in a new world. However, that day never came. Our homeland was the greatest place there ever was before the apocalypse arrived.
Paimon's still confused.
My bad, I'm chewing right now. It's like Dendro slimes giving birth to smaller slimes.
Yes, a very good example. It appears that you're much smarter than Paimon. The only difference is that the Dendro Dragon is much, much larger than any Dendro slime.
This is the second time a creature has told Paimon she is not as smart as the Traveler. First it was the mushroom in the chasm, now elemental being.
Wait, then if that's the case, doesn't that imply that Apep has also been contaminated by forbidden knowledge?
Yes, that is correct. What has suddenly made you look so worried, Lord of Dendro? I haven't seen this expression on you before.
Apep is the most adaptable life form in the world. The forbidden knowledge should have become a part of its body a long time ago. Which means that if all the forbidden knowledge has been eliminated,
Oh
a
snap.
big void will also form inside the dragon. I'm afraid so. Its body and soul have probably been in terrible shape for some time now. No wonder I haven't seen Apep for so long. But how did it get contaminated? Was it due to the destruction of King Deshret's civilization? But anyway, Apep disappeared and has been gone ever since that time. It's been enduring unimaginable pain all the while. It's probably in pain as we speak.
So saving the ginger dragon is the most important thing to do, right? You need to do. Oh my goodness.
Yes! How could I have forgotten?
Damn, that's kind of crazy. When we go to Epic, people be like, nigga, you sat here and forgot that you said you was gonna come save me? What?
If the Dendron Dragon fails to hang on, the elemental power inside it will no longer be able to maintain its form and will all be dispersed. Dendro elemental power of that concentration will cause the rainforest to overgrow. Giant trees will completely block out the sun. Plants and humans will fight over oxygen. Samira will no longer be suitable for sustaining life.
Nahida, get a hold of yourself. Slapped. Get a hold of yourself.
Hey, what about the crystal? Why don't you show it to them and see if they know anything about it? Yes, I'm sorry. You're right. We don't have time to panic. Have you two ever seen anything like this before? No.
Its power feels very familiar. Like something from our homeland, but I don't know what it is. I'm sorry our memories aren't very reliable.
It's okay. I'll contact my helpers just as I did before and see if they can locate your other family members.
So what we about to do now?
I'm counting on you all. Your info is crucial to us now.
Yeah, R&R, get to work. I spent all that time saving y'all behinds. Y'all better find some information.
Let's wait for their reply again. Though I know waiting can feel unbearable at a time like this.
Oh, you brought me food?
Thank you. Family, please, fruit.
I explained to them that you aren't hostile. After seeing you save it, its family is very grateful to you.
Go home, leave. Hard decision. Don't know. They are weak. I worry. If waiting, then I hope.
Don't worry. I understand what you are trying to say. Family is very important to us. No matter when we were actually family. It has done a lot to protect this territory and can't help but worry now that it's about to leave. Can you do one last thing for it while we wait?
Of course. I can relate to how it's feeling. I need to organize my thoughts as well. Tend, sword, food. Don't like plant invasion.
There are two things that it wants you to do. One is to look after the land that the food is grown in, and the other is to drive away the plants that are trying to invade the area.
Sword, there, first, seed, here. Paimon understood that. No need to translate. We'll take care of it right away.
Bro.
Thank you so much for your willingness to help. In the meantime, I'd like to tell it the things we experienced on the way here. Sharing knowledge is a habit of ours.
Leave. Worries. Want to stay. Preparation almost complete.
Poor little bastards. I mean, thank you very much. Okay, so I don't have no need to speak to the other one. So, help tend to the farm is way over here. So I guess I gotta go upstairs then. I got this feeling that one over there want beef with me. Okay. Oh, it's down here. Is that the farm? To the farmland. These niggas be planting? Wait. I'll just read the description real quick. Water farmland. Thank goodness I got you. Look at it.
It's time to handle the invading plant life.
Really? I know exactly what these gonna be.
It wasn't kidding when it said plants were invading.
How about we get over here? It'll be easier to kill them.
Body and mind.
And we should be done.